Welcome to the new series, Baby on the Way. What's up, YouTube? If you're new to the channel, my name is Mason, where I like to share my thoughts, my experiences on all things related to fitness. Today is the very first episode of this series for you expectant moms and dads, mostly for the moms, coming up next. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I know what you're thinking. Why is a dude doing a pregnancy workout series? Well, the thing is, a lot of my friends and clients have recently announced that they're expecting a new member to their family. And a lot of questions have been coming up related to exercising during and post-pregnancy. And as I mentioned in my last video, I want to make this series as relatable as possible. So I've invited my friend all the way from Toronto to join me. Please welcome Jess.
Hey guys!
Congratulations, Jess. You're looking great today.
Thank you.
You're on week 14.
That's right.
And you know, bump isn't showing too much, so hopefully these workouts won't be a huge problem for you.
Yeah.
How are you feeling today?
Energized, good.
All right, well, let's get started. By the 14th week, generally your baby will be roughly the size of a peach, which is about 0.095 pounds, if you're wondering. So, all right, so obviously you're not showing. I got a little bump going on, but the main purpose of this is that by 14 weeks, roughly you've got the size of a peach growing inside of you, and I want to make it as relatable as possible, so we've tied a peach to my stomach. We're gonna get ready. Just a quick reminder, please don't hold your breath during these exercises. We want to make sure that we're practicing our breath work, and you most definitely want to have a good flow of air for yourself and for your baby. We're gonna try to avoid two types of exercises, specifically crunches and anything that will have you lying on your back. And also, if you feel fatigued, just make sure you take more breaks, slow things down, and make sure you stay hydrated. We've got 5 exercises today. It's only gonna be about a 15-minute workout. We're gonna be doing 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. We've got some dumbbells, but feel free to not use them. We can use body weight, and yeah, that's gonna be it. We're gonna do it 3 times over. You ready, Jess?
Cool, ready.
Let's get right to it. First things we're gonna do is jumping jacks. All right, nice and easy. Here we go. Woo. Definitely feels different with a peach strapped to you. Excellent. And as Jess continues, for those of you who can't jump, you can always just step off to the side and just move your body. That's absolutely okay. We just want to make sure that you're moving around, getting a little bit of exercise in through this time. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right. 20 seconds rest. The next thing we're going to do is a curtsy lunge, or some people like to call it a curtsy squat. So, I'm going to stand off to the side. Your outside leg is going to swing back, and you're going to drop the back knee down and go as low as you possibly can. All right? 3, 2, 1, here we go. And drop the back knee. Excellent. Good. Now, Jess is doing great. She's just using her body weight. Once again, guys, feel free to use dumbbells or whatever kind of weights. If you normally work out and you feel like this is too easy, you can definitely use more weight to this. And you'll notice Jess does a great job. She's keeping her feet shoulder width apart, and then she's just bending that knee down as low as possible. All right, I'm gonna join into the fun. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Excellent work. Next up, guys, we're gonna do something called a tabletop straight leg raise. So this is gonna work on the bum. I'm gonna like that for some reason. We're gonna go into tabletop position, and from here, you're just gonna drive your heel up into the sky, keeping the leg nice and straight, all right? 3, 2, 1, here we go. Try to keep that leg straight. And you're gonna feel a bit of a squeeze at the lower part of your bum and glutes, and that's Now, what you'll want to notice is Jess isn't overarching her back. She's keeping it relatively straight. Want to make sure that we're keeping those core muscles relatively engaged. But as you'll notice, Jess is also making sure that her hips aren't swinging too far off to the side, which is great. So lifting up her heels towards the sky. 3, 2, 1, rest. Excellent work. Next up, we're gonna do some squats. There's 2 variations. Jess is gonna do a body weight style, okay? Your feet are gonna be planted shoulder width apart. You can turn your toes out if it's more comfortable, if you'd like that. And you're just gonna drop straight down, sitting into your squat and then coming back up. Here we go. Excellent. And for myself, I'm gonna grab 2 kg dumbbells. There's 2 ways that you can do this. You can rack them up on top of your shoulder, going down into your squats, or you can hold them in front of you. Some people like to hold it off to the side. That's okay as well. Absolutely up to you how you do your squats. Now, what you want to notice is Jess isn't leaning too far forward into her squats. She's sitting straight down, loading up her heels with her weights, making sure that she keeps good form. Got 3, 2, 1, rest. Excellent work, guys. Very last exercise. We're gonna grab these dumbbells and we're gonna do a reverse lunge. So, Jess, you're gonna face me, I'm gonna face you, and we're just gonna step back into a lunge, drop the back knee. Don't let that front knee cross your toes. All right? Here we go. Excellent. Alternating every time. Good. And this is gonna work a little bit on your core, your balance, just making sure that you're engaging everything. And once again, you'll notice Jess does a really good job. She isn't letting her front knee cross her toes, and her back knee isn't hitting the floor. She can work a little bit on bending the back knee. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. Just get some depth into your lunges. 3, 2, 1, rest. That was the 5 exercises. We've got 2 more rounds. The very first exercise is back to jumping jacks. We're gonna get that heart rate up once again. We're starting in less than 10 seconds. Once again, if you guys are working out at home, make sure you're drinking some water, stay hydrated. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Great work, everyone. Keeping it up. And once again, you can go at your own pace. You don't have to be Speedy Gonzalez. You know, Jess and I are just taking it easy, low impact, nothing too crazy. We got 5 seconds. And rest. Excellent. All right. Going back into those curtsy lunges, I'm gonna give a little bit more space for Jess. She's got a bit of furniture here. Making sure, once again, that you're swinging your foot out far enough so you can really bend your back knee and drop into that curtsy. All right? 3, 2, 1, here we go. Excellent. Good. Well done. I'm gonna join in some fun. Once again, for those of you who feel like body weight is a little bit too easy, go ahead and grab some weights. You can hold on to 2 dumbbells right in front of you. You can hold off to the side. I'm obviously not using anything too heavy, but you know, it adds a little bit of weight. Especially the peach. The peach adds a lot of weight. Woo! And rest. Excellent. All right, next up, we're gonna work the glutes back into tabletop strict leg extension. All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Good. Excellent. Kicking that heel right up to the sky. Toes pointing down. quick reminder, guys, try not to over arc your back. And what that really means is Jess is a great example, but I'm gonna be the bad guy here. If you're curving your back like this, that's way too much. So just try to keep your core intact, have a nice straight back, and reach one leg out and kick. Rest. Well done. Next up, we're going back into our squats. How are you feeling so far?
Woo, good.
You're okay?
Yeah.
All right. Going back into our squats. Ready? 10 seconds. Still there? All right, here we go. Now, I want to mention once again the feet placement. And I know that you probably can't see mine, but you should be able to see Jess's in the back. And you'll notice Jess is pointing her toes relatively forward. And you know what? She's got great hip mobility, so she can do that. But if you can't, you can turn your toes out just slightly and open up the hips just a little bit more. And one thing that I didn't mention earlier is that you want to make sure you're keeping your knees pushed out at all times. All right, and rest. Great job, Jess. Last one here, we're doing reverse lunges. Ready? We got 10 seconds on the clock. So grab some water, make sure you stay hydrated, guys. Woo! 3, 2, 1, let's lunge. Good, excellent. Bring that back knee. We're halfway. Woo! Great work, everyone. Hanging in there. Make sure you find your balance before you drop that back knee. And rest. All right. 2 laps in, 1 more to go. Repeating the 5 exercises, starting off with jumping jacks. Ready? Let's get it. All right. Less than 10 seconds. Shake things off. Once again, if you need, grab some water. If not, we're right here. We're getting right into it. Let's go. Great work, everyone. 15 seconds to go. Three, 2, 1, rest. All right. Going into curtsy lunges. Once again, I'm gonna use dumbbells. Jess, you can use dumbbells if you'd like. Oh, she's grabbing the dumbbells. Woo! All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Swing the back leg out, drop the back knee. Woo. Awesome work, guys. Just gonna flex the hips just a little bit, working on the outside part of your quads. Got about 10 seconds left, hanging in there. Three, 2, 1, rest. All right, you don't need these actually. We're doing a tabletop single leg raise. Woo, I am working up a sweat. All right, being very gentle, cautious of my peach. All right, 3, 2, 1, here we go. and straight, not overarching. Bracing your core as you lift your leg upwards. 1 or 2 more reps here. And rest. Excellent. Going back into our squats. I'm gonna ditch the dumbbells. Just, you can use the dumbbells if you'd like. We're gonna go back into our squats. We're gonna try to perfect the form. Jess, I'm gonna get you to turn off to the side. You're gonna face me, I'm gonna face you. We're gonna show these people good form for squats, all right? Here we go. So, once again, you'll notice Jess isn't leaning too far forward into her squats. She's dropping her weight onto her heels, sitting on her bum, and she's keeping her chest up. So I want you guys, for those of you working out at home, try practicing those movements. You also want to make sure that you're pushing your knees outwards. Don't let them cave in on you, okay? If it's caving, that's bad form, and you don't want bad form. You got 10 seconds left. Hanging in there. And rest. All right, guys. Very last exercise, reverse lunges. Dumbbells? No dumbbells?
Yeah, up to you.
All right, let's do dumbbells. We're gonna finish things strong. You're just gonna fold them off to the side. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Great work, Jess. Bend that back knee. Excellent. Hang in there, everyone. This is the very last exercise, and you're going to be done. Final 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Awesome, awesome work. Well done. Guys, that was an easy 15-minute workout. For those of you who might be in your second trimester of your pregnancy, then we worked a lot on the lower body. We're gonna work on some upper body, maybe some arms on the next one. By the way, guys, so obviously I strapped on a peach around my waist just to emulate the fact that we've got a little peach in the abdominal region. So with all the movements that we've been doing, I just wanted to prove that they're safe. Nothing's happened to my peach, not these peaches, the peach that I strapped onto my tummy. So let's go ahead and check that out. Still intact, very good. That's it, guys. I can't wait to see you on the next workout. I'll see you later. This is your boy Mace. Peace.